All right, stuff I like. The struggle is real. Stuff I like. We've been celebrating the centenary of Robert Mitchum, one of the great tough guy actors, and this was one of his later films, The Friends of Eddie Coyle. First of all, if you have never read the novel, The Friends of Eddie Coyle, you remember the show Justified? Did you watch Justified? At the end of Justified, I think on the last show, the star is packing up his stuff to leave, and he takes out The Friends of Eddie Coyle, and he says, I've read this book like 100 times, and he leaves it behind for one of the other officers to read. It is one of the truly, truly terrific tough guy novels by George V. Higgins, who was an assistant United States attorney in Boston during the Whitey Bulger crime spree. Okay, so what he did is he took the tapes of people being interviewed and he used that dialogue to create this story about Eddie Coyle, who's an aging delivery truck driver for a bakery, but he's also a gun runner, and he runs guns for the mob. Robert Mitchum played him, a terrific film by Peter Yates with a screenplay by Paul Monash, who was the guy who brought me into the movie business. He was a director, and he bought my book, The Scarred Man, and that changed my life because they bought it outright, so they paid what for me was a mountain of gold for it, and it sort of meant that I didn't have to work at another job anymore. I could just write full time. And Paul Monash did that. He died quite a long time ago, but a really good guy. I remember I could tell stories about all the stupid things I did because I'd never dealt with Hollywood before. But anyway, he wrote the screenplay, great film. Here is Robert Mitchum as Eddie Coyle explaining why they call him Eddie Fingers, which is one day he got some guns for somebody and the guns were traced and the guy he sold them to went to prison, and this is how they punished him.
You put your hand in the drawer and somebody kicks the drawer shut. Hurt like a... Jeez. What makes it hurt worse? What makes it hurt more is knowing what's going to happen to you, you know? There you are. They just come up to you and say, look, you made somebody mad. You made a big mistake, and now there's somebody doing time for it. There's nothing personal in it, you understand, but it just has to be done. Now get your hand out there. You think about not doing it, you know? When I was a kid in Sunday school, this nun, she used to say, stick your hand out. I stick my hand out, whap, she'd knock me across the knuckles with a steel-edged ruler. So one day I says, when she told me, stick your hand out, I says, no. She whapped me right across the face with the ruler, same thing. They put your hand in a drawer, and somebody kicks the drawer shut. Ever hear bones breaking? Just like a man snapping a shingle. Hurts like a...
That's Robert Mitchum as Eddie Coyle and The Friends of Eddie Coyle. The novel is great, too. The sequel, Digger's Game, is also a terrific novel by George Higgins. That's it. So let me remind you that if you want to fulfill your purpose in life, which is humiliating Michael Knowles, make sure to go on iTunes and give us a 5-star review and give us some likes and push us up past his show because, I mean, let's face it, really. I mean, you know, there has to be some justice in the world. I'm Andrew Klavan. This is The Andrew Klavan Show. We got Sebastian Gorka tomorrow. Be there. I'll see you then.